Hello and welcome back to our Parkitect Campaign Mode series. A lot has happened since the last one, even though it has just been a little bit away. I got a brand new computer, so transferring everything over this game was fantastic. So that is really, really good stuff. However, some of the settings are not all that perfect. So I think I got them back to what they were. If not, there may be some weird audio stuff in this episode. Like this plane could be really loud, and my voice could be very quiet. But I guess we'll only find out, or I'll only find out when I go back to edit it. So here's to hoping. But anyway, in our last episode, we completed Happy Co Harbor, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. I hope you guys did as well. And then in the previous episode, we did Biscayne Beach. Both of those unlocked Highway Hijinks and the Honey Hills scenario. So because we did Biscayne Beach first, we are going to continue on starting on the lower one and go with Honey Hills. And then we will head up to Highway Hijinks after this. So, for Honey Hills, we have a small mountain resort is looking to expand its business while retaining its alpine charm. Starting with the initial investment of a flying coaster as a flagship attraction, develop this hillside forest into a thriving roller coaster paradise. For this scenario, we have at least 400 guests in our park, have no loan debts, have an operating profit of at least 2,000, have an overall park rating of at least 75%, and then our optional goals have at least 200 guests in your park, and complete all non-optional goals by the end of December year 2. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. And we are going to pause this right away because we got some looking around to do. We got this pretty amazing... No, wait, is this a flying coaster? Kind of looks like an inverted coaster to me, based on the way that looks. Something doesn't seem right with that. So let's go ahead and fast forward this for a second because I don't feel like that's right. Maybe it is. But, yeah, no, there. I don't know what's wrong with the, oh man. I can tell my settings are very different. Yeah. What do we have? Yeah, so for whatever reason, that one's not right. But, yeah, all of my buttons are changed, so that is fantastic. I'll change that here in a second. Yeah, we're looking pretty decent. I mean, this thing, call it the Bumblebee, 72.6. That's a pretty high excitement. So, let's go in here and see how much we can charge for this. To get that, we take the excitement rating, so 72.6, we multiply that by 0.15. And it says we can charge $10.89, so I always round down a little bit, and we'll charge $10.80. And this should, because it's got such a high capacity per train, we should not have an issue with this at all. Our guests have full access to our facilities over here. What else do we have? Let's see. Our entrance is all the way over here. That is pretty far away. But the real challenge here, I guess, is just there's not a lot of flat land. So there's going to be a lot of terrain manipulation. For coasters, that's not all that terrible. But for everything else, that's not all that great. So, yeah, I wish there was a way for me to click and rotate myself. But, let's see what kind of attractions we got. We got the carousel, we have the car ride, Ferris Wheel, gentle monorail, spiral slide. Those are not that bad. Gravitron, jumper, and launched drop tower. That's not terrible. We do have the flying coaster that again looks like an inverted coaster. The Alpine coaster, mini coaster, steel coaster, wild mouse. So there's a good selection. There's really quite the selection of things. It looks like we're going to get a throw ride because I wasn't paying attention, or because I fast forwarded there a little bit. Our shops and stalls, that's where we're lacking. So this needs to be shops. Because people, I mean, at least we have the vending machine, we have the customizable shop, so that can get us through here a lot. But I'm glad I noticed that, because that can be a big problem for us. In terms of our staff, is there anyone employed so far? No. Our guests, honestly, I'm thinking this is, I don't know what the kicker is for this scenario, because so far nothing seems too outlandish for us, because there's a lot of land, there's a lot of good attractions. We have $30,000, so we can throw in another roller coaster right away. But yeah, I don't fully know. This is obviously a big money maker. We would like to continue to build attractions around here. Maybe we can do some terrain manipulation here to get some more attractions in this area. But we'll have to see where we get. This will obviously have to be fixed. Guests should not be able to walk that far. So, and I think we'd probably be fine just closing this off here and I don't even think we'd need to do anything with it. So, yeah, I think there's got to be a kicker with this. Happy Co Harbor, all the terrain, all the visualization on the outside was terrible. That's not the case here. We have big open land, we have just a bunch of hills. So we'll see how it goes. First things first though, I'm going to have to fix the controls that I have, but you won't have to see any of that. We're probably just going to throw in all of our rides. Not the coasters and whatnot, but a transport ride's not a bad idea either. To be honest, let's go in here. Yeah, they're not working on anything, so we can try and get a transport ride here. We can bring this down to 100, that's fine. So we'll get some shops, we'll get some transport rides, and that should be alright. I'm thinking this coaster is probably going to bring us quite a bit of money, and as long as we get in some flat rides to support the area, we should be just fine. There's some room over there, we could do some type of coaster or something, but anyway, before I get distracted, let's go ahead and jump into the time lapse. So for this time lapse, it is there's not a whole lot going on. We do flatten a lot, like I said, on the top of the hill here. We go ahead and we really focus on getting like the gentle rides up in this area, so they all kind of stay in the same, for the most part, the same spot, so people can just continuously ride over and over again. And we add in a small little junior coaster, and at first this thing is like, we look like we're gonna have this massive drop underneath the flying coaster, and I just didn't like that, so I went for a more smaller approach, and we just have this little like S-bend weavy turn before a little steep drop here into a turn hill back, however, whatever you want to call that, into the lift hill that goes straight back into the station. Nothing too crazy, stats are not that great, it is just to draw in people. Then we quickly move over, we make some room into our hillside for the launched freefall tower, and that looks great. We then observe a little bit before we add in our Gravitron, and then we add in the spiral slide. Oh, the jumper, I forgot about the jumper. We get the jumper in, just a little bit overhang over the wall, and then the spiral slide, which we do need to modify our hill again, just to get that in there. And last but not least, we add a steel coaster. This is just to kind of to add in something that's going to make a little bit more money, have a little bit more excitement, and it is extremely tiny. And you know, I wasn't planning to do a fully underground part right here, but I like the way the loop just kind of came out a little bit and peeked out over the hilltop. I thought that'd be a really cool backdrop, and then getting it out from underground, going up over the vending machine, and then just kind of swooping back in towards the station. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this time lapse. We don't do any scenery here. We really don't do that much scenery in the park. But we do go ahead and try and fix up a few things before our time lapse ends, which is coming up here. So I'll see you in the live update. So I just wanted to give a quick update. By the way, I changed the that, and I did not like that whatsoever. So we go back to the original. We added quite a bit in here, and the idea is we're gonna put some rock work, or not necessarily rock work, but steel, or not steel, gosh, some type of building material around here. We'll probably change the wood too. But we got two very tiny coasters, and you know, I think they're gonna be pretty decent. We got this very, very, very tiny junior coaster here that is literally just, it's got one big drop as a finale before it does this like little turn here. It's only big enough to have one train, but it's literally just to try and draw some people in and to make us some money. So this thing is actually 22.1, so I cannot type into my calculator. 22.1 times 0.15. We can charge $3.30. So this is not much, but this can actually operate on like a flat ride type thing. The lift hill speed does not need to change all that much, so we are good there. We got the Ferris Wheel, which is going to be minimal. But we're just going to go ahead and get that open. We got the carousel at 21, so we're not going to be charging too much here either. 315 is what it's telling me. So that one actually, we'll keep that one right at where we need it to be. Get that open. Did I actually put this for 330? Yeah, that's fine. The Ferris wheel, we're just going to assume that's going to be right. And I still can't type right. 24.8 times 1.5. And wow, we can actually charge more for this. I don't think that's going to be fully right. So we're going to do 350. What is this person? Oh, it's a mechanic. We have a vending machine that we added in along with bathrooms, so that's that. The drop tower, 48.7 times 0.15 is 730. And apparently, oh, it's bad because of the bathroom. That's fine. I understand that the bathroom makes everything bad. And we have such a visible area. The jumper, 36.0 times 0.15. We can charge 540 for this thing. And these will get better as we go. Oh wow, that crawls through there. We need to change this here quick. Let's go ahead and I don't necessarily want to do a block break there, but maybe I do. It'll be like a dummy block. Let's just go ahead and... That should be okay. We only want 2 trains though, because we do not want things to stop there. If they stop there, we're going to be in big trouble. Maybe we can just make this a lift hill. Yeah, we can just add some drive tires in there, and that'll solve that problem for us. Let's go ahead and get that testing again. The Gravitron at 24. We can get 360 out of that. It's not too bad. Get that open, and then the spiral slide, which is already open, and probably our most popular attraction. 22.3 times 0.15 is 330, and we will charge 330 for this. And just look at the amount of people coming in here. So the idea is we want to grab a ton of people, and we want them to come back, and we want them to ride the Bumblebee because that's our big attraction. And yeah. Oh, I completely forgot. Other than we added the steel fist train, you saw me edit it. It has 2 trains on it. It's a very, very tiny layout, and I think that is just fine. And yeah, look at how much faster this comes in here. And that's not. So yeah, we're gonna be good here. And it's got a good rating, so I think we're gonna make a ton of money here. We can charge $10 for this as well, and that will go up as time goes on. And we're really gonna need to have this be quite minimal. Oh, we already got 2,000 guests in our park, and we got $5,000 dollars for that. So wow. Chainless speed is good. We are just cruising through the scenario. You know, I think the hard one for us is going to be if I can ever figure out. That's not what I needed. Is to have an operating profit of $2,000, and I'm currently at negative 4,000. So yeah, we definitely need to get some scenery in here. We're gonna build this out, have like this be like a little cutout area. We'll obviously get a station in up here. We'll get some work done around the jumper here. We'll get some fencing in, nothing too crazy around these two. And then this is going to be where the bulk of our work is going to come from. So yeah, we are certainly doing quite well so far here. I think this is all because of the construction that we did. Oh, the $5,000 in research. That makes sense. Yeah, jeez, look at that. We already need. Can I pull this up? Yeah, I can pull this up in a bigger screen. What's other? Oh, construction. Yeah. It's gonna go up. People are gonna come. They're gonna want to ride these rides, and it's gonna be great. This is not good. We should probably hire another janitor for that. I'm hoping. Let's see. Let's take a look at our decoration here. Yeah. So aside from this being super negative, there's nothing else negative, and people can't see this. So that is great. And then all this puke is going to be cleaned up shortly. Yeah, and this is doing exactly what we needed to do. It's drawn in a bunch of people. Look at all these people just walking over here, throwing up. We should probably do some zones here, and we'll just go ahead and say, all right, yeah, we're gonna focus on this zone. Yeah, we're not going to give you anything else. Just that. Because I think that's going to be a huge part of what we have to worry about. So, you get Zone 1. So, good luck. You have a lot of stuff to deal with. I think this coaster is going to do very well for us. And Gravitron's already got a line, which is great. Did I adjust this? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Yeah, we made all the fun people, the people that want to ride this, they get in on the backside, so that's interesting. Spiral slide's not too shabby. This doesn't really matter. This doesn't matter. It is interesting that right after this is actually. There we go. And there we go. So we are looking great. Do we have a loan? No. Why? So why? We don't really need to take a loan here. I mean, we start with 30,000. What is the park rating of 75%? I mean, once I build this up here, our everything's going to be good. Our overall rating is 72%, so we're almost there already. And operating profit is going quite well. The launch drop tower going quite well. I don't understand the scenario all that much. This so far seems like it's gonna be the easiest of the scenarios, unless something happens with one of these rides that I don't know about. But yeah, I don't get it. And this is such an interesting ride. The double loop that just kind of peeks out over the top. That is so weird. And I think it's operating so efficiently that no one can, like, it doesn't get full trains. So we are just, oh, look at this sad guy. Look at him, what happened to him? Chips from the vending machine is really worth the money. We haven't even messed around with that yet. And what are we getting? We're getting, we're researching shops, but we're getting a swinging ship. We're getting a monorail for transport, so that's interesting. And I don't think it's going to matter at all. This thing is, I think, making great money. This is probably also making good money. This is not making, oh, it's not bad. This is probably not making a ton. That's more money than I thought it was going to make. This thing probably not making money. No, this isn't making money, but then again, there's not a lot of people out in that area. It's kind of like our kiddie ride, but what it does do is it draws in a ton of people. So yeah, we're doing great. So yeah, we'll go ahead and I will jump back into the time lapse, and we will build up our area around the different places, and we'll see what happens. I think we're going to complete this fairly quickly because this scenario just seems very, very easy with the amount of money that we were given. Like, we still have $16,000, so I think we're doing just fine. So yeah, let's go ahead, jump back into it, and I'll see you in the other end. So I didn't even get a chance to go into anything yet, and we just got the 75% objective. I think we might actually complete this without me doing any scenery. Oh, we got the swinging ship. That's great. We might not need it. Although we have 72 people. Great. great. Yeah, the monorail is available. That's great. So we're still growing in people. If we get to 400 people here, which the way these people are coming in, that's not gonna be all that long. We just need to... Oh my gosh, just look at the number of people coming in here. We're gonna have this in no time. I'm not even gonna need to do scenery, which is kind of crazy. We're almost at that. And 2 guests away. Has nothing to research, so we can, I guess we'll change that. Yeah, so we just got 400 people in the park. Oh, here we go. We got some rain. This could cause some challenges. Okay. Let's see, operating. Oh, it's trending down? We are trending downward. At $100 a month, they're not even doing anything. How long am I gonna have to hold it for? Oh, yeah, operating was not great there. Research is park admissions were down. That's fine. Yeah, like we're not making much for park admissions anyway. All of our money is coming from our roller coasters and whatnot, and they are doing quite well. Our where's our hauler? You have one job, Mr. Hauler, and you're not doing it. Where is he? Does that happen? Yeah, it is. Okay, he's got some stuff here. That's good. We are trending down again. Oh, we're trending. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be big. The Ferris Wheel. I mean, there's worse. Okay, we're over this. So, many of your guests are tired. We don't really care about our guests, to be honest. It's gonna be a quick episode. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a time lapse here at the end. Operation. Yeah, we're smashing it. We are absolutely smashing it. Oh, we have to hold it for 2 months. Okay. So the good news is we ooh. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna slow this. No, we don't really need to slow it down, but we will we can just play it. That's fine. We're gonna need to build probably our swinging ship in this area, which we can really just do this live quick. And then let's go ahead. Let's just plan in case I need to do something crazy. We're just gonna throw that in there real tight, like. Throw this over here. Get this going. I will, I don't even know if I care about how much I can charge for this. Yeah, because if I don't, then something crazy will happen. So we are 4.50, which is great. To have another attraction, and just like that, we are back to holding everything. But that is mainly because of the guests. So if one guest leaves, it's going to drop off again. And look at all those tired people. I guess we probably should get some benches. Let's just get some. Let's get a ton of them in here. I guess Honey Hills, that's your caveat. Probably a bunch of people are tired. Probably a bunch of people are hungry, which is understandable. But we are just gonna throw stuff down here. What do we got? What do we unlock? We got the burgers. So that is good. We can throw in our food stalls over here. Like I said, we're gonna go and we're gonna do some decorating for this, just so we have a little bit more appeal to everything. But I think we're gonna complete this fairly quickly here. I don't think it's gonna be too long into the time lapse. But I'll check in once we're done. This time we are going to a time lapse. We're not gonna skip and come back like we just did. So I will see you on the other end. And here we are in our final time lapse. You can see the bar. We had it in play mode this entire time. And you know, the idea was we're going to make this nice retaining wall. And I was going to try and steal some of the bricks that were used in Bumblebee's station, but I couldn't because I didn't have them unlocked. So here we are using the color from that, but with the plain wall here. So my way to kind of fix that up is to add in some of these beams, and it also helped with the coaster tunnel here, which you'll see. Yeah, and you know, it does kind of start to look nice, but I just don't get far enough into it. We'd probably make the terrain a little bit more level on the top so we wouldn't have so much variation between everything. And get a few more trees or something like that in there, but you know, we just never got to it. So it kind of just sits as it is, and we ignore it because we didn't need to do it. The bathroom, we don't even get to cover that up. We do change the pathing for whatever reason, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. And yeah, once we get the food and shops in here, that's pretty much it. There's really not that much that we needed to do for this scenario. We get our depot in here. We don't even build a building around it. We just throw in some very tall fences and gates, just so people can't see everything. And you know, this was an easy scenario. I don't think we're gonna find too many more like that, so we're certainly gonna take it. This would be a really cool scenario to have, or like just like a sandbox park, to just be able to build whatever you wanted. I think we also it could have been a lot more challenging had we not had $30,000 to start with. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this time lapse. I'll see you in the final update. Alright, so that is going to do it for this scenario. We were easily able to complete everything. We didn't even take a loan. This was supposed to be the big challenging one, and we just blew it out of the water because it gave us a bunch of flat rides. We got a very small and compact, 2 small compact coasters in here, and just a bunch of little flat rides, as well as a very profitable flying coaster. So I think this is a really cool scenario. I just don't think the challenges were all that challenging, and I think if we were to play this park like just as like a sandbox fun mode type thing, we could really make this park really cool. But this is the most that we've got done. We didn't get a chance to do anything else. We didn't even cover the bathroom stall. So let's go ahead and I need to save what we have here. Alright, so now we got that all taken care of. Let's save it again, because that took a lot longer than I expected it to. And let's go back to the main menu. And we unlock the tower for Honey Hills. That is to be expected. We got our 2 gold coins. And we are moving on to the Gold Gulch. And that unlocks 1 scenario. What did we get? Coaster Canyon. Oh, 6 coasters. Ooh. That is There's a lot interesting about that, but uh, that is going to do it for this scenario. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you saw something I could have done better, make sure you leave it in the comment section. And if you want to find some more awesome Parkitect content, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Mostly Average Matt. It really helps me out, and I really enjoy creating this content for you guys. So, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.